Welcome to the Forbidden Library podcast. I'm your host, Ben Carter. In the frigid waters of the Antarctic, beneath a mile of ice, lies a place untouched by human hands. A place where the past, present, and future intertwine in a cosmic dance, suspended in the ether of time. For those who seek it, this place is a gateway to an infinite library of wisdom, a collection of all human experiences, spiritual encounters, and cosmic events known as the Akashic Records. The concept of these records, however, is not restricted to the terrestrial sphere. They are believed to exist in an ethereal realm, a world beyond our physical reality, accessible only to those who have honed their spiritual senses. The word Akasha comes from the ancient Sanskrit language meaning sky, space, or ether, and it is within this ether that the Akashic Records are believed to dwell. Imagine an infinite library, a compendium of every action, every thought, and every emotion that has ever occurred in the universe. This is the Akashic Records, a cosmic repository of all knowledge and wisdom that transcends time and space. The idea of such a library may seem fantastical, but it is not without precedent. Many cultures and spiritual traditions throughout history have alluded to the existence of a universal storehouse of knowledge. The ancient Egyptians, for instance, believed in the Hall of Records, a hidden library containing the history of the world and the wisdom of the gods. The ancient Greeks spoke of the mnemosony, a pool from which all memories and knowledge could be drawn. The Akashic Records are not just a philosophical or spiritual concept, they have been explored and studied by some of the greatest minds in history. Theosophist and spiritualist Helena Blavatsky referred to the Akashic Records as an indestructible tablets of the astral light, recording both the past and future of human thought and action. These records, according to various spiritualists and mystics, can be accessed through certain spiritual practices like meditation, prayer, or through a psychic or spiritual reading. Some even suggest that our dreams are a way of tapping into this profound source of wisdom. The information gleaned from these records can provide insight into past lives, spiritual purposes, and even future possibilities. But how do these etheric texts come to be? What populates this infinite library of wisdom and knowledge? It is said that every action, every thought, every emotion that we experience leaves an energetic imprint on the ether. These imprints then form the pages of the Akashic Records, contributing to the ever-growing library of universal wisdom. Such a vast repository of information, if it does indeed exist, could hold the answers to some of humanity's most pressing questions. It could shed light on our purpose in the universe, our past lives, and our spiritual journey. The Akashic Records, it seems, could be the key to unlocking the mysteries of existence. But with such profound knowledge comes immense responsibility. As we delve deeper into the realm of the Akashic Records, we must tread with caution, respect, and an open mind. For in the pursuit of wisdom, one must be prepared for the truths that might be revealed. To truly understand the potential significance of the Akashic Records, we first need to journey back in time and examine the historical and cultural contexts that have given rise to such concepts. In many cultures around the world, the idea of a cosmic library or a universal storehouse of knowledge is not novel. It is often deeply woven into their spiritual and philosophical fabric. Let's start in ancient India, from where the term Akasha originated. In Sanskrit, Akasha translates to sky or ether. It was considered one of the 5 basic elements, or Panchabhuta, that make up the universe in Hindu philosophy. Akasha represents the space that the other elements, fire, air, water, and earth, occupy. But Akasha was more than just physical space. It was seen as a medium that carried sound, light, and life force, a kind of infinite field of potentiality. This is where the concept of the Akashic Records finds its roots, in this limitless, all-encompassing ether. Over in ancient Egypt, we see a similar concept with the Hall of Records, believed to be located beneath the Sphinx's paw. The Hall of Records was said to contain the wisdom of the ages, inscribed on pillars or tablets. This included the history of the lost continent of Atlantis and the knowledge of the ancient gods. Like the Akashic Records, the Hall of Records was seen as a source of profound wisdom and understanding, a repository of universal truths. In the Jewish mystical tradition of Kabbalah, there's a parallel to the Akashic Records in the Book of Life. This sacred book is believed to contain the names of those who are righteous and will live on after death. It's said to be opened every year on Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, when individuals' actions are judged and their fates for the upcoming year are sealed. The ancient Greeks, too, had their version of the Akashic Records in the form of the river Mnemosyne, which flowed through the underworld. Those who drank from it were granted the ability to remember their past lives, much like the Akashic Records are said to hold information about individuals' past, present, and future lives. From these historical and cultural contexts, it becomes clear that the Akashic Records are not an isolated concept but part of a broader, global tradition. These etheric texts are the latest in a long line of symbolic cosmic libraries, repositories of wisdom and knowledge that transcend time and space. They represent the human quest for understanding, for meaning, for connection to the divine. They are a testament to our enduring belief in the power of knowledge and the potential it holds to transform our lives and our world. As we delve deeper into the concept of the Akashic Records, it's crucial to grasp the nature of this mystical manuscript. The Akashic Records are often described as a library of all human events, thoughts, words, emotions, and intent ever to have occurred in the past, present, or future. They are believed to be encoded in a non-physical plane of existence known as the etheric plane. The term Akashic is derived from the Sanskrit word Akasha, which means sky, space, or ether. It was first used by Alfred Percy Sinnett in his book Esoteric Buddhism, published in the year 1883. Sinnett, a British author and theosophist, introduced the term to the Western world, borrowing it from ancient Hindu philosophy. In Theosophical teachings, the Akashic Records are perceived as a compendium of mystical knowledge encoded in an astral light, an etheric substance that exists everywhere in the universe. The Akashic Records are not a book in a physical sense as we understand it, but rather an energetic imprint of every thought, action, emotion, and experience that has ever occurred. They are often visualized as a library, a metaphor that allows us to understand their function better. Those who claim to have accessed the Akashic Records describe them as a vast, infinite library, a cosmic repository of knowledge and wisdom. Some speak of endless rows of shelves, filled with books that contain the complete history of the universe and the journey of every soul within it. Others describe it as a fluid, living field of energy, constantly updating and evolving with each new thought, action, and experience. The pages within these books are said to contain detailed information about our soul's journey, including past lives, present experiences, and potential future paths. They provide a comprehensive snapshot of our spiritual evolution, reflecting our experiences, lessons, and growth across lifetimes. Accessing the Akashic Records is said to require a specific state of consciousness, often achieved through meditation or other spiritual practices. Those who claim to have accessed these records speak of a profound sense of wisdom and understanding, an expansion of consciousness that offers insights into the nature of the self and the universe. The Akashic Records stand as a symbol of universal wisdom, an ethereal manuscript that carries the story of the soul's journey. They represent a timeless, infinite resource of knowledge, providing us with a deeper understanding of our lives and our place in the cosmos. Like the ancient libraries of our ancestors, the Akashic Records are a testament to the enduring human quest for knowledge and the pursuit of truth. They embody our collective memory and our shared desire to understand the mysteries of existence. It's a concept that has fascinated thinkers and seekers throughout history, capturing our imagination with its grand scope and profound implications. In the next step of our journey into the Akashic Records, we'll explore the ways in which these etheric texts have been accessed and interpreted throughout history, and the insights they might offer into the mysteries of our existence. Diving deeper into the Akashic Records, we encounter the crux of its contents. While its description varies from person to person, the unanimous agreement is that it holds a wealth of information. It's said to be a reservoir of every thought, emotion, deed, and event that has ever occurred, is happening, or will take place. Every soul's journey is meticulously recorded, from the most minute actions to the most monumental occurrences. The past, present, and future are intertwined, coexisting within this nebulous etheric library. The Akashic Records are believed to house not just the chronicles of humanity, but of the entire universe. Every galaxy, star and planet, every species, every life form, every atom has its history etched within these records. The birth of the universe, the rise and fall of civilizations, the evolution of species, the journey of every soul, all are inscribed in the Akashic Records. Now, one might wonder, how is it possible to access such an immense and abstract database of knowledge? It is claimed that the Akashic Records can be accessed through certain states of consciousness, often achieved through meditation, spiritual practices, or even in dreams. Those who claim to have tapped into these records often speak of experiencing a profound sense of wisdom, enlightenment, and an expansion of their consciousness. But this brings us to a more dangerous territory. The Akashic Records are often described as a neutral, non-judgmental system. However, they are said to contain not only the positive aspects of one's life, but also the darker, hidden secrets and actions. Accessing such information can be a double-edged sword. It could lead to a deeper understanding of oneself, aiding in self-growth and spiritual evolution. Conversely, it could also lead to a painful confrontation with one's past actions and decisions. It's a delicate balancing act, probing into the depths of the soul's journey. In addition, the future paths recorded within the Akashic Records are said to be potentials rather than set destinies. They show what could happen based on the current trajectory, but are not written in stone. This brings up ethical questions about the use of such information. Could knowing one's potential futures influence the choices one makes? Could it lead to self-fulfilling prophecies or attempts to alter one's destiny? The Akashic Records are not merely a treasure trove of knowledge and wisdom, but also a mirror reflecting our deepest selves. They hold a profound potential for self-awareness and transformation, yet they also carry the risk of unearthing uncomfortable truths. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of these etheric texts, we are reminded of the timeless adage, "With great power comes great responsibility." As we navigate the mystical journey of the Akashic Records, one cannot help but question their physical and historical authenticity. The concept of a metaphysical library that records every thought, word, and action of every soul sounds fantastical, even to the most spiritual minds. So, if the Akashic Records are a tangible reality, where is the proof? The concept of the Akashic Records finds its roots in Theosophy, a spiritual movement that emerged in the late 19th century. Theosophists, including Helena Blavatsky, a Russian philosopher and occultist, and Alice Bailey, a British writer and theosophist, brought the idea to the forefront. They spoke about the Akashic Records in their writings, describing them as an etheric compendium of universal knowledge. However, they did not provide any physical evidence or historical documents that could validate their claims. The primary reason for this lack of physical evidence lies in the very nature of the Akashic Records themselves. They are said to exist in the etheric plane, a dimension of existence that lies beyond our physical realm. This plane is said to be accessible only through heightened states of consciousness, not through our regular senses. Therefore, it's impossible to provide tangible physical evidence in the conventional sense. From a historical perspective, the concept of a cosmic library or a universal record is not unique to Theosophy. Many ancient cultures around the world have similar concepts. The Hindus believed in the Akasha, a cosmic field where all knowledge and experiences are stored. The Egyptians had the Hall of Records, a mythical library said to hold the knowledge of the gods and the universe. The Greeks had the concept of the Book of Life, where the life stories of all humans were recorded. Yet despite these parallels, none of these ancient cultures left behind concrete evidence of the existence of such records. Their belief in a universal record was more of a philosophical and spiritual concept, part of their quest to understand the universe and the human soul. It was, and still is, a matter of faith rather than empirical evidence. While the physical and historical authenticity of the Akashic Records might remain a mystery, their impact on our collective consciousness is undeniable. They symbolize our yearning for knowledge, our quest to understand our past, and our desire to shape our future. They remind us that our actions, thoughts, and words are not transient but leave an indelible mark on the fabric of the universe. The Akashic Records may not be a physical library you can step into, but they are a profound concept that continues to inspire and intrigue the seekers of hidden knowledge. But the journey to understanding and accessing this ethereal library is not without its impediments. Throughout history, the subject of the Akashic Records and similar etheric texts has faced considerable suppression and censorship. The gatekeeping of this knowledge is a tale as old as time, a tale of power, control, and fear. In many ancient cultures, knowledge was considered a source of power. Those who possessed it were in control, and those who didn't were controlled. Thus, the knowledge of the universe and its workings, such as that contained within the Akashic Records, was often limited to a select few: the priests, the shamans, the scholars. This knowledge was often veiled in secrecy, passed down through generations in cryptic texts and symbols, accessible only to the initiated. This gatekeeping of knowledge became a tool of power and control, a means to uphold the societal hierarchy. Over time, this gatekeeping took the form of censorship and suppression by religious and political authorities. Any knowledge or belief system that did not align with their orthodox views was often dismissed as heretical or blasphemous. The scholars and mystics who dared to explore these forbidden territories of knowledge were often persecuted. The texts they produced, if any, were often destroyed, lost in the annals of time. The suppression of the Akashic Records and other etheric texts was not just a historical phenomenon. It continues to this day, albeit in more subtle forms. The mainstream scientific community often dismisses these concepts as unscientific or pseudoscientific because they don't conform to the conventional scientific framework. The inability to measure or quantify these concepts using our current scientific tools often leads to their outright dismissal. This dismissal is not just a denial of the existence of the Akashic Records, but a denial of the possibility of their existence. It is a denial of the possibility of knowledge and realities beyond our physical senses and scientific tools. It is a denial of the possibility of the existence of a universe that is far more mysterious and complex than we can currently comprehend. In the face of this censorship, suppression, and gatekeeping, the seekers of forbidden knowledge have always persisted. They have always found ways to continue their quest, to dig deeper, to question more. It is this resilience, this relentless pursuit of truth, that keeps the idea of the Akashic Records alive. The audacity to believe in the existence of a cosmic library, in spite of all the denials and dismissals, is a testament to the human spirit's unquenchable thirst for knowledge and understanding. It is this spirit that continues to push the boundaries of our understanding of the universe and ourselves. In the realm of spiritual and occult studies, the Akashic Records represent an all-encompassing field of knowledge and wisdom, a reservoir of potential enlightenment. The mere existence of such a spiritual library gives rise to numerous philosophical and mystical implications. A primary consideration is the spiritual evolution of the individual and collective consciousness. If one were to tap into the Akashic Records, the depth of understanding reached could potentially lead to a profound shift in awareness. Imagine for a moment having access to the collective experiences of all beings, past, present, and future. This would include not only human experiences, but also the experiences of all life forms across all dimensions and realities. This level of awareness could lead to a quantum leap in our understanding of existence and our place within it. It could lead to a profound sense of interconnectedness and interdependence, a realization of the fundamental unity of all existence. The Akashic Records also hold implications for our understanding of time. In our current understanding, time is linear. Past, present, and future follow each other in a straight line. But in the Akashic Records, time is perceived as an eternal now, with past, present, and future existing simultaneously. This concept challenges our linear perception of time and hints at the possibility of a multidimensional reality where time is not a limiting factor. This could open up the possibility of exploring past lives, future probabilities, and even parallel realities. Moreover, the Akashic Records contain not just the records of individual souls, but also the records of collective consciousness, the thoughts, emotions, and experiences of entire civilizations and cultures. This collective memory could serve as a source of wisdom, a guide for our own evolution. It could shed light on the patterns and cycles of history, revealing the underlying forces that shape our collective destiny. It could provide insights into the collective psyche, helping us understand and resolve the collective traumas and conflicts that plague our world. Lastly, the existence of the Akashic Records would also have implications for our understanding of knowledge itself. It suggests that knowledge is not just something we acquire externally through study and research, but also something we can access internally through meditation and intuitive insight. It suggests that knowledge is not just information, but also wisdom, a deep understanding of the underlying principles and patterns of existence. This would require us to expand our concept of knowledge to include not just the rational and empirical, but also the intuitive and mystical. In this light, the Akashic Records represent not just a library of cosmic knowledge, but also a portal to a higher state of consciousness, a bridge to a deeper understanding of existence. They embody the possibility of a mystical path to self-realization, a spiritual journey towards the truth of who we are and why we are here. They offer a glimpse into the infinite potential of human consciousness, a vision of our highest potential as spiritual beings having a human experience. In the realm of popular culture, the Akashic Records and their purported wisdom have found a notable place, appearing in various forms and interpretations. These echoes can be traced across a range of media, from literature and music to film and gaming culture, and even in the realm of internet subcultures. In fantasy literature, the notion of a universal etheric library has been a recurring theme. Authors often use it as a device to enable characters to access ancient wisdom or foresee future events. For example, in The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss, there's a mystical archive known as the University's Archives, a repository of all possible knowledge, similar to the Akashic Records. Moving to the realm of film, the Matrix franchise presents a kind of digital Akashic Record in the form of the Matrix itself, a simulated reality that contains the collective experiences of all its inhabitants. Here, the protagonist, Neo, is able to access information and skills instantaneously, a direct parallel to the instantaneous knowledge acquisition ascribed to the Akashic Records. In the sphere of music, the Akashic Records have inspired numerous artists. The British band T-Rex released a song named The Children of Rarn, referring to the Akashic Records as the Rarn Records. Similarly, the group Akasha, named after the Sanskrit term for the etheric field, explores mystical themes in their music. In gaming culture, the Akashic Records appear in several role-playing games. For instance, in Final Fantasy Tactics A2, Grimoire of the Rift, the Akashic Records are portrayed as a powerful magical tome. Meanwhile, on the internet, communities dedicated to exploring and discussing the Akashic Records have emerged. These online groups, found on platforms like Reddit, Facebook, and various esoteric forums, offer spaces for individuals to share their experiences, theories, and practices related to accessing the Akashic Records. In each of these instances, the Akashic Records are adapted and interpreted to fit the narrative or concept at hand. This integration into modern media and subcultures attests to the enduring allure of the Akashic Records. It offers a glimpse into how our collective imagination continues to grapple with the idea of a cosmic repository of knowledge and experiences, and how it reflects our ongoing quest for understanding the mysteries of existence. As we delve deeper into the realm of fringe interpretations and hidden theories surrounding the Akashic Records, we come across a myriad of perspectives, each more intriguing than the last. As with any esoteric concept, the Akashic Records have given rise to numerous alternative theories and interpretations, each providing a unique lens through which to view this cosmic repository of knowledge. One such interpretation comes from the proponents of the Hollow Earth theory, who posit that the Earth is not a solid sphere but contains a substantial interior space. They suggest that the Akashic Records are not merely in the etheric plane, but physically housed within the Earth itself, in a vast mystical library inside the hollow core of our planet. This library is said to be guarded by advanced civilizations dwelling within the Earth, who allegedly have direct access to the Akashic Records and use this knowledge to maintain a utopian society. There are also theories suggesting that the Akashic Records are intrinsically linked with alien civilizations and extraterrestrial beings. According to these theories, advanced alien races have been accessing and contributing to the Akashic Records for eons, utilizing this cosmic knowledge base to guide their civilization's evolution and technological advancement. Some even posit that these extraterrestrials may have played a role in seeding the concept of the Akashic Records within human consciousness as part of an enigmatic cosmic agenda. Another fringe interpretation is centered around the idea of time travel. Proponents of this theory suggest that the Akashic Records could be used as a navigational tool for traversing the temporal dimensions. By accessing the records, one could theoretically see into the past and future, effectively enabling time travel. This belief underscores the timeless quality of the Akashic Records, as they are said to hold information from all points in time and space. The concept of the Akashic Records also intersects with the field of quantum physics. Some theories suggest that these records might be related to the phenomenon known as quantum entanglement, where pairs or groups of particles interact in ways such that the state of each particle cannot be described independently of the state of the others. Could the Akashic Records be a cosmic manifestation of this quantum entanglement on a universal scale, linking all events, thoughts, and actions in an intricate web of interconnectivity? These fringe interpretations, while varying widely in their perspectives, underline the profound mystery and infinite possibility inherent in the concept of the Akashic Records. Each theory offers a tantalizing glimpse into the myriad ways in which this ethereal library of universal knowledge might intersect with our reality, unveiling layers of hidden meaning and profound implications for our understanding of the universe and our place within it. As we draw to the end of our exploration, we find ourselves at the precipice of a vast cosmic ocean, staring into the depths of the Akashic Records, a concept as evocative and enigmatic as the universe itself. This metaphysical library, this etheric database of universal knowledge, challenges us to broaden our understanding, to question our perceptions, and to grapple with the notion of reality beyond our physical senses. Our journey has taken us through various interpretations and theories, from spiritual and occult perspectives to fringe scientific hypotheses. All these threads, seemingly disparate, converge on a singular idea: the existence of an all-encompassing cosmic database that records every thought, action, and event across time and space. A concept that pushes the boundaries of our understanding and invites us to consider possibilities that transcend our everyday reality. The Akashic Records, as proposed by Theosophists, mystics, and fringe theorists, serve as a reminder that there are dimensions of knowledge and reality that lie beyond our immediate perception. They propose a universe where nothing is lost, where every action has cosmic significance, and where the past, present, and future are bound in an intricate tapestry of interconnectivity. But with all we've explored, we're left with even more questions. Can the Akashic Records be accessed by human consciousness, or are they the domain of higher beings and advanced alien civilizations? If the records are accessible, what are the implications for our understanding of free will, destiny, and the nature of consciousness itself? Could this universal database serve as a guide for our evolution, both as individuals and as a civilization? Or perhaps they are a reminder of our interconnectedness and our shared destiny in this vast cosmic dance. And what of the lost etheric texts? How might they augment our understanding of the Akashic Records? Could they hold the key to unlocking this cosmic library, providing us with a roadmap to navigate its infinite corridors, or are they lost to us forever, their secrets swallowed by the sands of time? These are the questions that linger, that tickle the edges of our curiosity, beckoning us to delve deeper, to seek further, and to continue our exploration. As we stand on the threshold of this cosmic mystery, it is clear that our journey into the realm of the Akashic Records and lost etheric texts is far from over. It is a journey that invites us to step beyond the veil of the known, into the realm of the infinite, where every question answered opens the door to 1,000 more. It is here, in this space of profound reflection and unanswered questions, that we leave you, for now, to ponder the mysteries of the Akashic Records and the lost etheric texts. Thanks for listening. This has been the Forbidden Library Podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you'd like to support the show, subscribe to the Forbidden Knowledge Network on Patreon. Subscribe now.